You're pumped. You're about to shoot your next video for YouTube, right? You have your mic plugged in. You have your lights turned on. You have your whole background set up, and you know exactly what your topic is going to be about. You're pumped. You're excited. Your kids are locked in their bedroom, so that way you can have some peace and quiet and record your video. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Anyway, you hit the record button on your phone. You sit down and you realize, deer in the headlights moment. You have no idea how to start your video. You know what you want to talk about. You just don't know how to get from point A to point B. Am I right? So as you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh man, how am I going to start this video? What do I say without sounding boring? Is this going to be interesting enough for them to want to watch the rest of my video? We've been there. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could all start our videos out the right way, that's not boring, and that will hook our audience to listen and watch the rest of our video? Wouldn't that be amazing if we never again had to think about it? Well, in this episode today, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. I am going to tell you exactly how to start your elder law or estate planning videos. You don't have to think about it anymore. If you start every video this way, you're going to be set. Every video is going to be guaranteed setting off to a great start. Welcome to Elder Law Growth, the podcast for all things marketing for your elder law and estate planning law firm. In our podcast, you'll get all the tools and skills that you need to market your own elder law or estate planning law firm without wasting all your money. I'm Amy Hurst. I'm the marketing manager here at Bambiz. In this episode, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know and how to make that first sentence amazing. In every video, I'm going to take the guesswork out of it for you. I'm going to give you that hook, and it's so much easier than it sounds. Are you ready to find out? Are you ready to start rocking out your videos? All right, let's dive in. First impressions can make or break it. We all know this, but video is no exception. It's actually even harder in video to make a perfect first impression because people can make a snap judgment like that, guys, and then they'll be like, within the first 8 to 10 seconds, they'll be like, nah, I'm just going to watch the next video. They'll just, slide their thumb and just watch the next video, So as if that's not hard enough, you guys as elder law or as estate planning attorneys, whichever group that you're in, you guys have an even greater challenge altogether because you're not really talking about anything super sexy, right? You guys are talking about Medicaid and IRAs and nursing home costs. That's not exactly sexy. So you have to come up with a way to start out your videos that's not only interesting, but will actually entice the listener to want to listen without feeling intimidated or bored. So how do you start off your educational video without losing your audience? There is a way. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you exactly how to not start your videos, okay? Do not start. The first sentence in your video should not be about you. It should not be about your law firm. It should not be your logo. It should not be your fancy music and all this fancy introduction. No. And get this, guys. Get this. It should not even be you explaining what your video is about. What? I know. That pretty much rules out everything, right? Stick with me here. Stick with me. Okay. The first sentence in your video, the very first thing that comes out of your mouth needs to be a story question. Notice I didn't just say any old question. I'm talking about story questions. Everyone can relate to a story, right? So what's a story question? A story question is basically a question that the listener can automatically, instantly put themselves into it. Like these are the questions that people really ask. These are specific questions of specific examples that the listener or the watcher of your video can say, oh my gosh, I know someone who's actually asked that question, or oh, I'm actually asking that question. Okay, so the first sentence needs to be a story-based question. It's gonna have that hook and it's gonna hook them in. All right, so let's try this out. Most attorney videos start out something like this. In this video, or in this episode, I'm going to tell you what married couples can do with their estate plan. Now, that's helpful information and people really need to hear that. However, it's kind of boring. So we need to reframe that and start off with a story-based question, right? So instead of saying, I'm going to tell you what married couples can do with their estate plans, try this. Can Nancy disinherit her husband and leave him absolutely nothing? Now that's juicy. And you know people out there are asking that question. Can you disinherit your spouse from your will? It's not only specific, but it's relatable. And it's a question that you know people are asking. It's a scenario. It's a story-based question. Let's try another example. One more example. What the hey? Okay, so say you want to talk about, you want to say about IRAs, like something about your IRAs, like saving your IRAs from nursing home costs. So instead of starting out saying, in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can save your IRA from nursing home costs, which that's fine, but it could be way better. So you could say something like, will my mom lose her IRA because of my dad's nursing home costs? Now that is specific. That's juicy. That's something that you know clients have asked you before, and you know that's going to capture people's attention right off the bat, right? So start off with a story-based question, and then after your story-based question, then you can talk about what your video is going to be about and how you're going to educate them. That's when you go into how helpful you're going to be and what you're going to educate them on, because that's really good stuff that you need to tell in the first part of your video, but it's just not the first sentence. The first sentence needs to be a story-based question. If you want to learn more about marketing for your elder law or estate planning law firm, please visit our website, bambiz.net. That is bambiz.net. Thanks for listening to the Elder Law Growth Podcast, the place to be for all things marketing for elder law and estate planning law firms. If you liked this podcast, please leave us a review wherever you are listening to this podcast. If you'd like to outsource your marketing to our team, go to bambiz.net and book a free call with us today.